Okay, so today I'm going to show you very quickly on how to service a 2016 Citroen Berlingo. That's what the engine bay looks like. Okay, all we're going to do, we're going to change the oil filter, fuel filter and the air filter. We're not going to do the cabin filter. This is actually my dad's van. You don't want it doing, so we'll crack on with it. So first thing you need to do is take the under tray off. I'm not going to show you how to take the under tray off, because if you don't know how to do that, then you shouldn't probably be attempting to do the rest. Then you undo the sump plug. I'll move this out of the way. There's the sump plug. I've just loosened it off by finger, and then got my bucket underneath. I'm going to let that go in a minute. Okay, I'm going to try and do this whilst I'm probably going to make a mess here, because there you go, wasn't too bad actually. Got a little bit on my fingers, but I'll put that in my bin bag. Okay, next thing I do, when you're leaving the oil to drain out, you need a 27mm socket, or you can adapt and use an adjustable, put it on its end and get it off. That's the oil filter there. So because the oil's draining now, we want to crack this so that it draws air through and drains all the oil out of the sump, out of the engine. Also, we'll crack the lid, allow as much air in there as possible. So we'll crack that now. Okay, when you take this oil filter off, it'd be ideal, if you don't want to make a mess, try and get a rag in there, because when you take it out, it does make a bit of a mess. Even though you can try your best not to, it still happens. There we go. We still made a mess. But the oil is now pouring out the bottom. So here's the new one. There. What you got to remember is this nipple here, that actually situates inside the housing itself, and you can actually feel when it drops in, because if you don't get it in right, the seal won't create a seal, and it'll come up with oil pressure fault. Okay, next thing you need to do, I've cleaned off the housing for this. It comes with a new seal. So get a little screwdriver in and just pop that off, just like that. Get rid of that to one side, and then get your new one. What I've been recommended to do is just get a bit of oil and just rub it round the new seal, just so it lubricates it a little bit, like that. Put that round. New filter, some little it's like a protruding recess in there, holes. Put it in and it'll click in. I'm going to show you that, if it can focus in, you can see the hole at the bottom. That's where that nipple needs to situate, so it needs going like that, so that goes into that hole. As you can see, while I'm doing this, it is a little bit fiddly, so in order to get it in the hole I was messing about a little bit, but we got there in the end. Okay, we've put the oil filter back in. It's a little bit tricky, a bit fiddly until you get it. I'll just put that back on for now. Just stop any crap getting in there. Now we need to change the diesel filter, which is here. So all these pipes, all these fuel lines need to come off. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and luckily with this, it comes with a primer. So you take these off. You've got a couple of nuts that you need to take off. One at the back down there, and you get to the other one at the back this side once we take this pipe off. Okay, swap it over. Once you swap it over, it's dead simple. Connect your pipes back up, pump, 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 pump until it goes hard. With the fuel filter, there's two 8mm bolts at the back that you have to take off. When you're taking the pipes off, it's probably easier just get a little flathead screwdriver, what I did, and just push the connectors and it pops straight off. Once you've got the whole unit off, like you can see now, there's 3 T15 screws that hold the top on. Once you've taken that off, just be careful because the pressure does release and the diesel will come out the bottom. Okay, I actually forgot a vital bit there. So, this is the top of the diesel filter. We've taken the pipes off. You've got 2 8mm at the back, and then you've got a T15, and there's 3 that undo it from them 3 there. Okay, just bear in mind when you take them 3 out and you lift that out, the diesel will pour out the bottom, which I forgot from last time I did it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fit the new one. Okay, so you take this red bung out at the top. You've got a new seal. Let me turn this down so you can see what I'm doing. So the new seal goes in there like that, and then this sits in there and it'll situate into the holes, and then you take the bung off the bottom so it can go through. There you go. Okay, that's all back together. All fuel lines are back on. You will get a little bit of spillage that comes out of the fuel lines, but it's only very minimal. Okay, and then all you do then, this is your prime button. You just keep pushing it. You keep pushing it until it goes rock hard. So what it's doing is pulling the fuel back through, and it's got to fill all the filter up. This actually took a lot longer than I anticipated. It probably took about 10 minutes, but eventually we did get there and the button did go hard. So just bear with it and keep going. You want all the fuel through before you try and start it up. Okay, so that was an absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare that was. It takes absolutely ages So we'll put the sump back on, sump plug, tighten that back up. I think it takes about 4.7 litres this. So we'll put about 4 in, and then we'll check the dipstick. Check the dipstick, and we'll just keep topping up until it's right. Get rid of the old gunk off there. I think it might be bang on, you know. I think it might be. What we'll do is leave it at that for a minute. And we'll get it fired up. So I had to go football with my daughter. However, the last part was the air filter, which is behind here. I think it's a T20, 1, 2, 3. There's a little clip here down the side. Just pull that clip down, pull it out, new one in. And that is as simple as it goes. So thanks for watching, and hopefully if you haven't got a clue of how to do it on your van, now you have. And I'm not a mechanic, so I take no responsibility for anything that happens.